It's easy to imagine ancient Egypt as golden pyramids, powerful pharaohs and mysterious gods, but hidden beneath its dazzling surface were rituals so secretive they promised life beyond death itself. I'm Edward, and today we're lifting the veil on Egypt's Book of the Dead, an ancient manuscript filled with secrets Egyptians guarded fiercely for thousands of years. When you hear Book of the Dead, what comes to mind? A spooky spellbook, mysterious incantations whispered in torchlit tombs? Well, the truth behind this sacred text is even more intriguing. It wasn't just one book, but a collection of magical spells carefully written on papyrus scrolls, guiding souls safely through the treacherous journey to the afterlife. But why was this journey so dangerous? And why were these rituals kept secret from ordinary Egyptians? You see, Egyptians believed the afterlife was an obstacle-filled realm, with dangers lurking around every corner. Fiery lakes, venomous serpents, and monstrous guardians determined to trap souls forever. Without the Book of the Dead's powerful rituals, souls faced eternal oblivion. So, what exactly were these hidden rituals? Let's start with perhaps the most crucial one: the opening of the mouth ceremony. This secret ritual involved a priest gently touching the mummy's eyes, ears, and mouth with sacred instruments, symbolically restoring senses needed in the afterlife. Imagine the careful precision and whispered prayers as priests performed this delicate act, each touch a powerful step toward eternal life. But the reality behind these rituals is even more fascinating. Egyptians believed rituals had real, tangible power. Words weren't just words, they were magical keys, unlocking the doors to eternity. One mispronounced syllable could doom a soul forever, which explains why priests guarded these rituals so carefully. Yet there was another hidden ritual, even more intriguing: the weighing of the heart. Egyptians believed that in the afterlife, the god Anubis would weigh your heart against the feather of Maat, symbolizing truth and justice. If your heart was heavier, filled with wrongdoing, you'd be devoured by a terrifying beast named Ammit, erasing your existence permanently. Could anyone pass this chilling test? To ensure survival, Egyptians carefully prepared their hearts, inscribing magical spells directly onto heart-shaped amulets, intended to silence confessions of wrongdoing. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? Using magic to deceive even the gods. But even these rituals barely scratch the surface of the Book of the Dead's mysteries. Ancient texts reveal far more shocking rituals performed behind closed temple doors, rituals so controversial they were kept hidden from ordinary citizens. For example, Egyptians practiced secret rites involving statues called shabtis, miniature figures believed to magically come to life, performing labor on behalf of the deceased in the afterlife. Imagine the comfort this provided, knowing that even after death, daily tasks and labor would be magically done for you. But what exactly gave these small statues such extraordinary power? Ancient Egyptians believed the shabtis derived power from sacred inscriptions written on their bodies. Priests whispered incantations over each figure, ensuring they sprang to life after burial. Archaeologists have uncovered tombs containing hundreds of these tiny statues, each meticulously crafted and inscribed, ready to serve eternally. Yet this practice was reserved primarily for Egypt's elite. Why was something so powerful deliberately kept from the common people? Historians suggest the answer lies in control. By limiting access to powerful afterlife rituals, priests and rulers maintained authority, elevating themselves above ordinary Egyptians. Could these rituals have been used not only to secure eternal life, but also earthly power? But perhaps the Book of the Dead's most intriguing ritual involves hidden, coded messages found within the texts themselves, messages researchers only recently discovered. Could the Egyptians have deliberately hidden secret knowledge within these spells, waiting for future generations to decode? And if so, what mysterious knowledge could Egyptians possibly want to conceal from their descendants and from us? Because recent analysis suggests the Book of the Dead isn't merely a guide to the afterlife. It might also be a carefully encrypted manual of ancient wisdom, describing lost sciences, medicine, and even astronomical knowledge centuries ahead of its time. Could the Egyptians truly have hidden advanced secrets within their sacred funerary texts? And if the Book of the Dead does hold such astonishing information, what else might be hidden, waiting quietly beneath Egypt's sands to rewrite history entirely? But to understand this fully, we must first journey deeper into the hidden rituals within this ancient manuscript, and what we find there might forever change our view of ancient Egypt. When scholars first began translating the Book of the Dead, they quickly realized something strange. Certain spells and rituals seemed oddly specific, almost like secret codes deliberately embedded within the text. Could Egyptians have hidden critical knowledge within their funeral rituals? One ritual in particular, spell 125, fascinated researchers. Known as the negative confessions, it involved the deceased standing before 42 divine judges, each representing moral ideals. The dead had to recite confessions of innocence. I have not stolen, I have not lied, and I have not harmed others. But intriguingly, hidden within these moral confessions were subtle references to stars, constellations, and precise astronomical alignments. Why would Egyptians include detailed star charts within moral confessions designed for the afterlife? Experts speculate these star references might indicate a hidden astronomical calendar, carefully disguised within the spells. Could ancient Egyptians have understood astronomy far better than we previously thought, and intentionally preserved this knowledge within sacred funerary texts? Another astonishing discovery involves rituals for passing safely through gates guarded by supernatural beings. Each gate required specific passwords, magical phrases and symbols ensuring passage. But could these passwords contain hidden meanings we've yet to uncover? Researchers studying the hieroglyphics suggest these passwords might actually be cryptic references to medicinal ingredients or formulas used in ancient healing practices. Secret knowledge Egyptians deliberately hid, ensuring only elite priests controlled this vital information. And it gets even more intriguing, because among the Book of the Dead's rituals was an obscure, rarely mentioned ceremony involving sacred oils. Priests carefully anointed the deceased with oils, believing this ritual purified the soul. But chemical analysis of ancient containers discovered in tombs revealed surprising ingredients. Rare substances sourced from distant lands Egypt supposedly had no contact with at the time. Could these oils and their ingredients hint at secret trade routes or alliances Egypt carefully concealed from history? Even more fascinating, recently uncovered texts suggest that certain Book of the Dead rituals were not only meant for the deceased, but also secretly performed by the living, intended to grant hidden knowledge or mystical powers. Imagine priests chanting secret incantations under moonlit skies, believing these rituals granted them the ability to foresee the future or communicate directly with gods. But why would such powerful ceremonies remain deliberately hidden, known only to a select few? Historians believe revealing these rituals openly could have disrupted Egyptian society, undermining the authority of pharaohs and priests who maintained power through secrecy and mystery. Keeping these powerful ceremonies hidden ensured ordinary Egyptians never questioned their rulers' divine connections. Yet even today, Egypt's Book of the Dead hasn't given up all its secrets. Archaeologists continue discovering new fragments, each offering tantalizing clues about rituals and ceremonies previously unknown. Each newly translated passage opens fresh mysteries, revealing that Egyptians might have understood science, spirituality, and even human psychology far more deeply than we ever imagined. Could these ancient rituals and hidden messages offer modern society insights we've overlooked for centuries? Because beneath its surface, as a mystical afterlife guide, the Book of the Dead is actually a remarkable testament to ancient Egyptian ingenuity, reflecting a civilization deeply concerned with both spiritual mysteries and practical knowledge. It reminds us that ancient peoples weren't merely obsessed with death. They were passionate about understanding life, the universe, and their place within it. And maybe, hidden within these mysterious rituals, Egyptians left behind a vital message, a reminder that knowledge itself is sacred, powerful, and must be preserved for future generations. But one haunting question remains. What else did ancient Egyptians hide within their secret rituals, waiting quietly beneath sands and tombs, ready to rewrite history? Because the deeper we look into Egypt's Book of the Dead, the more we realize ancient rituals weren't merely paths to eternity. They were carefully protected gateways to ancient wisdom, waiting patiently to reveal secrets that could transform our understanding of history itself.